there we go. Now Trevor's on it for the show.
We have made it, ladies and gentlemen. The Low Budgets, the season finale 2013.
I can't believe we're already up to this point with all of our cars.
I can't believe it either. This is the last event for the Low Budgets for the whole year, 2013.
And for these cars ever.
Oh yeah. I wonder why you'd say that.
Because we're gonna go compact demolition derby right now. Jeffrey, you've done a demolition derby before. This will be my second, but really my first demolition derby. What are you expecting? You've done one before, you've competed in one, you finished 5th in one.
Yeah.
And going into this one, you're doing it in a smaller car and people that we're not accustomed to seeing in demolition derby.
No, my favorite part about this is I have a story to tell, it seems, for all of these. And it all involves me getting in my car and getting them to staging.
Yes.
Folks, so I get off the track, my trailer, like we talked about, it drove off. Surprisingly, amazingly. It drives off the track, I get into the pits, and I see my 00, and it's still jacked up, and I'm thinking, oh boy, they're getting the tires on there, they're getting everything going, everything's actually starting to look fairly decent. Thank goodness, right? Well, here's where things get really exciting. And what's funny is, you start up your car?
My car, I hop in it, I start it up, it sounds great, and then I hear this voice in the background. It sounded like it coming from my head, but I knew my car was running, and I heard, "Hey, where's the key?" And I was like, you're kidding me.
When I jumped into the car, I'm literally, you'll see me in the video, putting on my gloves, and I start looking around. You notice this frantic looking around because the key's not in the ignition, the key's not on the dash. What do the tow truck drivers do with the key?
Yeah.
Well, thankfully, one of our crew guys came over with a flashlight, looking in. There it is, it's on the floor. We throw that thing in the ignition, crank it up, it starts like a dream.
Oh man.
And I pull it out there. This is the first time I've driven that car since the skid plate race. So I'm like, okay, we'll see how long the right front stays on.
Yeah.
I will tell you right now, folks, I definitely damaged the right front of that car. It doesn't want to turn to the right.
Yeah.
But by God, it'll do this to the left. I don't know what I hit well, I know what I hit, but I don't know what I hurt. And I'll tell you what, Tommy, that car, it was ready for a derby at this point.
Yep.
I know we were talking about, man, these cars are looking really good, but hey, my car's ready, it's running. It has damage now to the point where I'm like, good, let's destroy this thing.
Yep, absolutely.
And going into it though, like you said, we have some skid plate regulars doing it, which I love. Really anyone's game out there. We know Robert Rice is one to watch out for in the
Oh, big time. He's won it many times in the compacts before.
Adam Ditto's another one we have to watch out for.
Yeah, he was looking to try to get his first demolition derby win, so you know he's going to be on it. My whole plan was to make it the quickest, shortest demolition derby of all. I didn't care if I took myself out of it. I didn't care if I took Jeffrey out of it. I just was going out there to wreck cars. I wanted to lose the demolition derby first, and that was my game plan. I want to go in there and lose the demolition derby first. I have no intentions on winning. I want to hit cars, and so that's what my game plan is.
Hitting cars in a derby?
I want to hit cars as hard as I can. Forward, not how you're supposed to do. Backwards, how you're supposed to do. Didn't matter, as long as if I saw a hit, I'm taking it.
Wheel shots are the key with these small cars.
Yes.
They are stout. They will keep running.
You can hit the radiators, you can knock them out, they'll still run.
Those front tires are the key right there, and that's what I was going to go for. If I could get a hit, whether I was going forward or backward, I was going to take it. It didn't matter who was in front of me. There were some guys I had no idea who were out there. The 07 machine. He's going backwards when he's pulling on the track. I was excited, and I was most thrilled that we were having these two cars that we've been thrashing on throughout this entire year.
Oh yeah.
That you would be joining me in a demolition derby.
Absolutely, I was excited. Who knows? You know, we've seen them. We've never really done them together. But oh man, going into this one, I had a good feeling.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The final event for the low budgets, the compact demolition derby. Here we go.
Hang on to your head.
It's been a wild night of destruction, guys. This is it. It's time to kill this skid plate car. Maybe it'll survive. Probably not. I hope you guys are strapped in, because this is probably going to be a hard-hitting derby. Tommy and I are both going to make it out there. Man, that trailer race was wild. Well, folks, here we go. The low budgets for the final round, Night of Destruction, the final event of 2013.
Okay, now for the left moving. It's time to take inventory. The ball to that one was moving well. The flag light. And then name, we'll 37-14 and double 0 is what they're telling us the finishing order. 37-14 and double 0. 37 in the black.
Compact Demolition Derby. This was the final event of the low budgets of the year, and I think we ended it off just about
we
right.
wrecked those cars. Now, your car fared a little bit more than mine. I finished mine off in a ball
It might
of
have been
fire.
it might have been the difference of strategy.
Yeah, very true. I literally burned my car down in that one.
So I'm driving my car, right? I'm hitting guys. I'm going for the wheels like I said I would. You're just going everywhere.
I was any car that it was there that was good for the hitting. I hit.
And you were e-braking it.
And I was pulling the e-brake.
We did meet out a couple times out there, but who do you think was your biggest competitor? Who were you mashing heads with the most?
I was doing my best to take out that 07 car immediately. Probably halfway through that derby and he was on the shelf. The 11, I slammed him out there, as well as the 37, the checkerboard car that ended up winning that thing. He played possum and he did the Demolition Derby right. That's exactly how you do it. You want to make sure that people think you're out for the count. And I wrote him off early, seeing that car just cruising along. I figured, hey, why put a lot of energy into him? I've got to go for Robert, which I found out that when we were both knocking him around, he had a tire go out. So that was another one that I know that I wrote off quick.
Now, if you're wondering, Adam, he was just rolling around out of the 14. We found out later that his throttle cable broke.
Yeah.
So he was literally idling in the Derby. So that's why, but it worked out perfectly for him. It was almost like me in my first Derby, in that he was going so slow that we all said, save him for later, save him for later.
Yep.
Well, he was still kind of hitting things. He was still running. Could have taken Adam out at one point and finished second in the Derby. I ended up finishing third. I got a second trophy out of the
You got 2 trophies that night.
finishing it off your right. Now the 07, I feel like we both had him on our list. He was going nuts in there. I love
He
that
was
guy.
awesome. He was going after cars. He was, what an amazing driver in that
Oh,
Demolition.
it was hilarious. Do we
he
even
was
know
doing
who it was?
great. No, and I don't care.
I don't
I hope
care.
hopefully we get to run with him more often, because he was going after everybody and anybody.
And
it
he
was
pulled
great.
out backwards. That's what I love. We had a show off of several times. Robert Rice and I, we were going after each other. Robert seemed a little bit preoccupied with other cars, which gave me the chance to go after him. I saw the hardest thing with Robert is lining up a shot. He's so smart with the way he lines it up.
veteran out there.
Because a lot of experienced Demolition Derby drivers will expose their driver's side door. That way, it's
a
harder.
shield, yeah.
Yeah, because basically you can't hit them, especially in these compact cars. It takes away a lot of options. I see a passenger door there, and I see a right front tire. I went and I hit that thing a couple times. Robert Rice was going nuts. I was having fun. 37 machine, man. I don't care how right they call it, but I will say it's not the most looked up upon thing.
No, it's
playing
not,
possum in a Demolition Derby. When I saw him start it back up and it was after the red flag, I was like, boy. I just didn't see him around a lot. I don't know how much he ran. I don't know how much he hit. But we do know that he at least played a little bit of possum out there.
Oh, he definitely did, and there's no hiding that thing.
No.
But that's how you win them sometimes, especially in these stock shows. You don't want to waste your cars like we did earlier.
Varian, I took that head-on hit with the 37 machine. And you know what went through my mind?
What?
I can tell everyone this confidently. I asked myself, what would look good right now for the fans?
Exactly.
And I put my foot to the floor. I'm like, this bastard was sitting out in the Derby. I'm going to make him feel it. I took myself out, but hey, you know what? I gave him a good hit.
And then,
This was my favorite part.
as a spectator, because I was a spectator at that point, I was even cheering on. You heard me yelling, yeah, in that car.
We're gonna go back to this shot right here. That was Tommy yelling, yeah! I heard that and I was like, that made my Derby.
I looked over and I see this car smashing into this other car, and I was sold right there.
If you're wondering what the hell happened with my onboard camera on the roof, let's just say that camera's getting a little tired at this point in the night.
Yeah.
And yeah, it kind of was half drunk. Waking up. I ended up getting hit so hard that it shut. And you know what, Tommy? I gotta say, we might not have won a single event this night. We took home a couple of trophies.
But we had a blast. The crowd was on fire all night long. We were on fire. It was so much fun. Team Low Budget came out and rocked the house all season long, and especially on Night of Destruction. We're looking forward to a great 2014.
Irwindale Speedway is the place. We're here in Southern California.
210 in the 6 of 5. That's right where it's at, in
Yeah.
Irwindale, California.
Yeah, so we encourage anyone that's in the area, come on out for these events. They're fun. Whether or not we are running on a Saturday night, we'll be at the track.
We'd like to thank S&J Towing, the Demolition Derby cars, the skid plate cars, the enduro cars, all provided by Howard Schlick at S&J Towing. Thank you so very much for allowing us to have so much fun.
I can't wait to
in
see
those
what they
cars.
bring to the track next year.
Oh man, it's gonna be a new crop for us to play with. And then Dave's Auto,
Yes.
down the street. Dave's Auto Wrecking and Dismantling. What a guy, man. Dave helped us out tremendously by coming in and fixing our big cars, radiators and such. And then our newest sponsor we just acquired literally days before Night of
In the nick of
Destruction.
time.
In the nick of time. Lee's Batteries down the street. Oh man, he saved our butts. We had cars ready to go, but we didn't have batteries. Lee's Batteries put batteries in our cars. They all cranked over just fine. We had a successful Night of Destruction.
It's been an amazing year. I gotta thank, of course, the staff at Irwindale Speedway for allowing us to do everything we do. Mike Atkinson out there, he's helped us with the forklift several times. He taught us how to drive one.
He did. We're actually forklift drivers now.
Oh boy.
Don't tell anybody.
Thank you so much for watching a Low Budget Tier. We're gonna bring you another season starting in 2014, so keep an eye out for that. Again, if you want to see these events live, go to irwindalespeedway.com, figure out when they're running. If you're in the area, we'll see you out at Irwindale Speedway.
And always, thank you fans for providing us with the entertainment and the reason to go out there and go crazy.
The fans, you mean the ones on the track or the ones watching? The commenters.
Everybody. They're the
Commenters
ones
provide
that,
us entertainment.
they're the ones that drive us to go. Your comments and typos get us ready to rock and roll.
Good luck. Ladies and gentlemen, the Low Budgets, this is it. Season 1's done. And we all got a pile of junk in the pits.
Oh man.
You ready to
Let
get to
the
work?
work begin for 2014.
We'll see you for
Good
season
night.
2.
Get out of here.